Welcome to COVID Encounters, a solution for tracing exposure and alerting citizens without compromising privacy, and brought to you by Polypoly. At Polypoly, we care a lot about privacy. We know about the COVID situation that it can be dealt with through heavy testing, heavy tracing, and heavy isolation. The problem is that it comes at a privacy cost. So, for example, in China, every person is being required to display his identity and history before entering a building. At the same time, European Union wants to deploy public warning systems by 2022. The question is, how do we do all this without exposing privacy? So here's our solution. We have a mobile app and that you can use anytime. And then as soon as another device comes within vicinity, let's say 2 meters, it detects an encounter. So what is an encounter? An encounter is a pair of IDs, and these IDs are generated uniquely every so often, and they do not trace the device. And once we have an encounter pair, we can store that encounter on both of those devices, which means that across the day, I might have many of those. So at some point, let's say that I'm detecting as being infected. So what happens next? I have the possibility of notifying everybody else and being a good citizen. How do I do that? There's a public alert service to which I can push all my potentially infected encounters. And then from this service, all the other ones, all the other devices that have their own history receive all these notifications and then check to see if there is a match. And in case there is a match, the user is being detected as potentially being infected and be able to take action. So interesting enough, the same infrastructure can be used for other purposes, such as public announcements. For example, here's a set of public announcements that go to the device, and the device then interprets which of those might be relevant, for example, based on whether the person has been on that place or not, and will only display that one. So this one on the one hand is an app, but on the other hand is an infrastructure that can be repurposed for many other situations. And this is our solutions around COVID encounters, a solution for tracking exposure and alerting citizens without compromising privacy.